Kimberly Lina Benitez. I'm 22 years old.
And then what is your Latin identity or your Latinidad?
Mexican, sorry.
Okay. Do you feel connected to your Latinidad? Do you feel Latina enough?
I feel like when it varies depending on like what environment I'm in. Like at work, for example, because I work in anthropology, I don't feel as in tune with it. But like when I'm around family, around other people that are from the same culture or identity or had sort of the same upbringing, then yes.
And then what was your favorite piece of media as a child and why? Like movies, TV shows, books, etc.
Definitely like music growing up, like just hearing my mom and like my family like play it like just to clean the house or whatever. But then like as I got older, it was definitely like TV shows, like soap dramas, telenovelas for sure.
Did you feel seen in that media, like represented or related to in the media that you grew up with?
I guess in a sense, yeah, because a lot of the times the main character, or there was always like two main characters, one was male, one was female, and the female was always sort of doing or the one kicking ass. I feel like she was always like doing her shit.
Did you notice any of these feelings when you were a kid, or did you see them as you got more mature and older that like you appreciated who she was like that?
Definitely as I got older, because it was like seeing that I could sort of step into a similar role and where I could sort of assert my own authority or just sort of put myself into these rooms where there lacked representation.
Do you think any of that has had a lasting impact on you, like your self-worth or your sense of belonging?
Definitely. I feel that at USC, I sort of struggled with it because I was coming from like in a different environment in terms of, or I guess a similar environment in high school where everyone in a sense was similar. Like we all sort of had the same upbringing. We were from the same neighborhood or adjacent. Whereas when I was going to USC, it was like this big culture shock where everybody else was used to having that same upbringing or had their own similar experiences, where I felt sort of like an outsider. And it wasn't until I started meeting people that had my same upbringing and were going through the same experience where I felt part of something.
What do you wish your younger self could have seen in her media?
I think it's more of a thing now, having women of color in sort of like a medical environment. And so just sort of maybe seeing that as I was growing older and sort of being able to see these people in these spaces and picture myself in them.
Yeah. And then if you could change one piece of media from your childhood to give to your younger self so that she could like see you in it now, what would it be and why?
Yeah, when you said that, I was low-key thinking Grays.
I
was like, either not, I mean, probably not replacing Meredith Grey, just because I feel like she kind of did her big one there, but like maybe just having someone else also be part of like that original like group of five and just having their own storyline. I guess in the show, because I would then be able to see myself represented as a Latina in medicine as like a doctor, and not just like as like a family medicine doctor, not to put any shade on them, but like as like a very specialized doctor and in a surgeon resident or a surgeon position.
Yeah.